Soundstripe.
I can't accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to be. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog in me, yeah, turn me up. Big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, yeah, ante up. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah, I'm talking all bite, no bark. I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, so what's up? Yeah, so what's up? I told her move over. Enough of that mediocre, I've been the man since cruising around in the stroller. I got ice in my veins like a cut in Minnesota. Why not show you how I come a little closer?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Thursday, and welcome to the Robbie.G Sports Podcast. That's right, we are here, and it is November 9th. If today is your birthday, happy birthday, and here is happy birthday to the celebrities that share a birthday with you. Pop singer Momo turns 27 today. Rapper Scarface is 53. French Montana turns 39. Let's see, I'm picking the good ones. Eric Dane is 51. Let's see who else. Chris Jericho from the AEW and WWE fame is 53. Nick Lachey of 98 Degrees turns 50 today, the big 5-0. Cisco with his thong song turns 45. Finn Cole is 28. I'm just looking for the really big names that everybody would know. A lot of TikTok stars make this. Man, I should make this then. Let's see. Vanessa Lachey is 43, so they share a birthday. Husband and wife, that's amazing. She's 43. And let's see, anybody else that's big? Lou Ferrigno is 72, that's big, the Incredible Hulk. And that's it. So, happy birthday to all those celebrities and all the other celebrities celebrating birthdays today. And, of course, to every single one of you that's celebrating a birthday today, November 9th. It's Thursday. That's right. And first thing we're going to talk about is Thursday Night Football. That's right. We got the Bears and the Panthers tonight. This is like the thing that I've been saying. And I work for Amazon, okay? I don't just podcast. I also have a day job. Well, actually, it's an overnight job. I work for Amazon, and the one thing I'm going to say is we pick the worst football games for Amazon Prime. It amazes me that we would take these games. I mean, honestly, the Bears, I know we're supposed to be more decent this year than they are. That's what everybody predicted. But at the same time, Carolina, I just kind of knew, even getting a quarterback at number one, they wouldn't be there yet. So whoever decides these games really, 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 truly needs to look at all the good teams and pick one of those. So yeah, definitely can't believe that. Thursday Night Football, I think it's going to be the Bears. I would hope that the Bears, who have 2 wins, could beat a team with 1. Of course, it's going to be Tyson Bagent again. Bagent's going to play. Justin Fields is doubtful as of right now, so I don't believe he'll play tonight. I haven't seen anything that changed that. He was doubtful going into today, but let me just check really quick and see if he is still doubtful. Yeah, let's see. Yep. This was 22 hours ago still. Tyson Bagent to start versus Panthers. So, Justin Fields is not going to be in today. So, we'll see what happens. Like I said, hopefully he'll be well rested going into playing the Lions next week. because if the Bears can pull this win off, and if the Chargers beat the Lions this week, that division, like I've been saying, is still wide open. And you still have a shot. So I wouldn't bring out the tanks yet for the Chicago Bears or even the Green Bay Packers or even the Minnesota Vikings right now. If you're any of the teams in the NFC North right now, I would realize that you still have a shot at winning that. So, it's a very far stretch for the Bears and probably even for the Packers right now. And with Kirk Cousins out, I can't see it necessarily happening, but you never know. Weirder things have happened in the NFL. Anybody can win the division and make a playoff spot. Now, would the Bears, Packers, or Vikings win the Super Bowl this year? Heck no. The Lions aren't even going to win it. But one of those teams has to make the playoffs, and I would love to see it be the Bears, but not going to happen. But we'll see what happens there. So that's it. Bears-Panthers tonight. I say the Bears are going to win. I still think it could be a little sloppy, so I'll say 27-24. I would hope that our defense can stop them. I'm hoping to see at least 1 or 2 sacks out of Montez Sweat today, being his second game now with us. So I'm hoping that he's got a little more in-depth with the playbook and able to do what he needs to do to get the sacks out there. Let's see. What are we going to talk about next? Next we're going to talk about Ross is out. Council is in for the Chicago Cubs. That is insane. I am not a big baseball guy, but I had to throw this out there. I cannot believe it. The Cubs came out of nowhere with this and ended up signing Council from the Milwaukee Brewers. That's big. That's huge. I'm not a big baseball guy, but even I know that Council is a very good manager. Never won the World Series with them, but still, he got them to the playoffs, and that's all it takes is get to the playoffs and then build the team up to win it and get to the World Series and win it, just like they did in 2016. I feel bad for David Ross, though. The way they did it to him kind of did him dirty on that one, but at the same time, Council is the highest paid baseball coach right now. And I'm just in shock. Here is the details of his contract with the Cubs. And here it is, $40 million, 5 years. That is insane. Making him the highest paid manager in Major League Baseball. Wow. And David Ross was still on contract through 2025. It stunned the baseball world. I believe that it's stunned the entire baseball world. And this is a game changer for the Central Division in the National League now. The Brewers obviously are going to go down, I think, because of this. And then, of course, I don't think we're going to see much out of St. Louis because of this. Cubs really did. They pulled a gangster move and ended up paying him handsomely for what he's hopefully going to do for them. But you still got to build a team. But he took a lot worse into the playoffs in Milwaukee. Their team wasn't that great either, and he was able to get them there. He knows what he needs to do it, and a lot of people are saying that they feel, now this is Chicago fans saying it, but they feel that the Cubs lineup is actually better. It was just mismanaged by David Ross. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of big free agents out there for baseball right now. Maybe the Cubs will get a little bit money hungry and start spending some of that money they got and get some good guys. I heard Ohtani's name out there. That could be a possibility. There's a lot. So we'll see what happens with that. Now let's go on to our next topic. WWE Crown Jewel was last weekend, and I had my results, and this is how I did. I did actually pretty well on this. This is a new thing that I do with WWE pay-per-views. I don't really watch AEW like that, so I can't really talk about that kind of stuff. But here's what I did. Sami Zayn faced JD in the pre-show kickoff. Sami Zayn won. I picked him to win. On the card, Cody Rhodes beat Damian Priest. I won that one. Rey Mysterio and Logan Paul. I picked Logan Paul. He won that one too. Io Sky defended her title against Bianca Belair, the women's title, and won. I was right on that. Only one I was wrong on so far is John Cena and Solo. I honestly did not see John Cena losing to Solo Sikoa like that. I really honestly was shocked by that. the way they built John Cena up, that he needed this and he needed this one. But I remember back, and I don't know how many people have watched wrestling back in the day, but when John Cena needed to beat The Rock and all that kind of stuff, and the first time he faced him, and The Rock won that one. So this is the second time they've done that to Cena. But at the same time, he's going to be leaving to go back to Hollywood, especially now that the writer's strike is over and now the actor's strike is over. It ended as of last night. So, John Cena's going to be going back. In fact, I think he said right when it's over he has to go back. So maybe he's not even going to show up anymore. He might be done. So we'll see if he's going to come back. Maybe he'll at least be there maybe Friday night on SmackDown to talk about his loss. We'll see what happens there. But kind of sad. I think that Cena's at the end. Rhea Ripley putting her title on the line versus Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Raquel Rodriguez, and Zoe Stark. I picked Rhea on that, and she won. Seth and Drew. Now, this is a little strange because I got like a half a point for this one, for the one part of it. Seth did beat Drew McIntyre, which I predicted. But I also predicted Damian Priest was going to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase and win. So Seth was going to beat Drew, and then Damian was going to beat Seth. I was half right. Damian came down with the briefcase and went to cash it in, and then Sami Zayn came out and attacked him from behind in a hoodie, took off his hoodie, grabbed the briefcase, and ran with it to the back locker room. And what was weird is how is the storyline going to continue, because the funny thing is, when Damian Priest later on in the night came down to face Cody Rhodes, he did not have his briefcase with him. And usually they bring it everywhere with them. So it was funny. Does Sami Zayn still have it? Did they ever get it back? I mean, what's going on? We need to know. Hopefully they talk about it on Friday Night SmackDown. Let's see. And then, of course, the main event, Roman Reigns and LA Knight. I knew Roman was going to win this. The Tribal Chief was going to win keep the championship. But I'll tell you now, LA Knight put on one hell of a show. He really did. Great competitor, great in-ring presence. He is definitely going to be a champion. I don't think he's not going to dethrone Roman for it. I think he'll win the world title, which I think is more his speed. Honestly, I think that they need to finish the story with Cody Rhodes, have him win it at WrestleMania against Roman Reigns in Philly, WrestleMania 40. So I call that right now. So all in all, 8 matches. I won 7-1. My wife was impressed watching it with me. She's like, "Wow, you got another one right," and I did. If it wasn't for Cena losing, curse you, John Cena, you lost, and that's it. I lost one, but 7 out of 8's not bad. Pretty decent predicting. I actually do better with that predicting than I did with my Week 9 for the NFL. So I'll go into that right now. So here we go with this was the Week 9 predictions and how I did. I did 10-6 for the day. Titans and Steelers, I lost that one. The Titans were supposed to win it, and the Steelers won. Dolphins and Chiefs, the Chiefs won that. Wasn't shocked by that one. Vikings and Falcons, I picked the Falcons. They lost to the Vikings. Cardinals and Browns, Browns won that one. I picked them. Rams and Packers, picked the Rams. They lost to the Pack. The Commanders and the Patriots, Commanders won. Picked that one. Bears and Saints, I picked the Saints. The Saints won. I kind of knew that was going to happen. Hawks, the Seahawks and the Ravens, I picked the Seahawks and they lost. Ravens won that one. The Bucks and the Texans, Texans won, picked the Texans. Colts and Panthers, I picked the Colts and the Colts won. Giants and Raiders, picked the Raiders. Raiders were the winners in that one. Eagles and Cowboys, the Eagles won, and that's who I picked. Sunday Night Football, Bills and Bengals, I picked the Bills, and they lost to the Bengals. And then Monday Night Football, the Chargers and Jets. Chargers won, and I picked the Chargers to win that one. So I did 10-6 for the week. That puts me at 73-48 for an 84.5%. Oh, wait, actually, nope, I'm wrong on that. Hang on one second. That was last week. So let me look up really quick on my ESPN where I do this, and I'll tell you what my record is now. I believe I only went down to like 83% for it, but let's check and see. So right now, I'm at 82-53 for the year through the first 9 weeks of the season at 84.5%. So I did not move percentages because of it, and that's good. So I stayed where I was. But yeah, so let's see. Let's do week 10. Let's figure this out. Let's see where everyone's going to go. Thursday Night Football. It's the Panthers and the Bears. I'm picking the Chicago Bears only because I believe that the Bears know that they need this. They want the Panthers to get that number 1 spot. Bears do not want to be the worst team in football 2 years in a row, and because they get the Panthers draft pick, it's a win-win for them. They don't have to be the worst team to get it, and they can still be having at least the 3 wins that they had last year. So, like I said, I knew they would improve this year. I was saying 8-9 wins, but obviously, you know, if they win tonight, they're at 3, which they were at last year. I think they will win at least 2 or 3 more, which will put them at 5 or 6 wins for the year. Because there is still a few winnable games in there. So I got the Bears winning tonight on Thursday Night Football. Colts and the Patriots. This is the last game in Germany. This will be the last one out of country. I say the Colts are going to win. I heard rumors Bill Belichick might get fired if they lose, and I think that's coming. So, yeah, I think that the Colts are going to win and beat the Patriots on Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. Make sure you check that game out from Germany. I feel bad for the people in Germany that have to watch that crappy game. That's a terrible last game. Sunday afternoon games, Texans and the Bengals. I've got the Bengals in that one. Saints and the Vikings. I'm going to take the Saints. I think that the Vikings are not going to win a lot more games this year because of Kirk Cousins being out. So yeah, I got the Saints in that one. Packers and Steelers. I got the Steelers in that one. Packers are not a good team this year either, and I don't see them winning a lot more games. Let's see. Titans and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got the Tennessee Titans taking that one. 49ers and Jags. It's about time the 49ers get back on track after losing the 3 in a row. So they need this. They need to win. 49ers are going to come out on top off of bye week. So that's big. They had a bye week. They had a little time to rest and recuperate. Maybe now they could get back on a winning streak. So 49ers over Jaguars. Browns and the Ravens. I've got the Ravens in that one. And then that's the end of the 12 o'clock games. 3 o'clock games on Sunday. Falcons and Cardinals. I've got the Falcons winning that one. I think the Cardinals are going to be just almost as bad as, or just as bad as Carolina. I think Carolina and the Cardinals are going to be fighting for that last spot, that worst spot. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I think Falcons over the Cardinals. Lions and the Chargers. I think the Lions are going to lose that game. Chargers with the win there. New York Giants and the Cowboys. It's going to be the Cowboys. The Giants stink. Washington Commanders and the Seahawks. It's going to be the Hawks winning that one. Then Sunday Night Football. Not a great one. Jets and Raiders. I got the Raiders, but oh my lord. These primetime games are terrible this week. And then you got Broncos and Bills on Monday Night Football. I did pick the Raiders in the last one. And then Broncos and Bills. I got the Bills. But again, I mean, this is just terrible, terrible football for a Monday Night Football game. The Bills aren't that great this year. They need to be able to use the flex option every single week. Because I'd be flexing half these games. I mean, Panthers and Bears, that's terrible. You got 2 of the 3 worst teams in the NFL playing each other tonight. Yeah, this is just gross. It's really gross. So yeah, last week I went 9-6. That's crazy. I need to have a better week this week. But yeah, so that's football for week 10 in the NFL. And next up, alright, so for you NBA fans out there who don't understand what's going on in the NBA right now with this in-season tournament, you're not alone. There's a lot of people out there who really don't understand this. I heard this is kind of like what they do in soccer. It's like a round-robin tournament. So basically, the inaugural in-season tournament tipped off on Friday, November 3rd, and will culminate with the championship on Saturday, December 9th. The in-season tournament is a new annual competition for all 38 teams and debuted for the 2023-2024 season. The inaugural in-season tournament tipped off and So the semifinals will be Thursday, December 7th, and the championship will take place at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. The in-season tournament will consist of 2 stages, group play and the knockout rounds. The group play is all 30 teams have been randomly drawn into groups of 5 within their conference based on 1-loss records for the 2022-23 regular season. Beginning November 3rd and continuing through Tuesday, November 28th, each team will play 4 designated group play games on tournament nights. 1 game against each opponent in its group, and 2 games at home and 2 on the road. For the knockout rounds, 8 teams will advance to the knockout rounds, the team with the best standing in group play games in each of the 6 groups, and 2 wild cards. The team from each conference with the best record in group play games that finish second in its group. The knockout rounds will be single elimination games in the quarterfinals, played in NBA team markets on Monday, December 4th and Tuesday, December 5th. Semifinals and championships. The qualifying teams will compete for a prize pool and the new in-season tournament trophy, the NBA Cup. All 67 games across both stages of the in-season tournament will count towards the regular season standings, except the championship game. So the 2 that make it to the championship game will have basically an 83rd game for the year, but it won't count in their standings, which is kind of cool. But I kind of like the tournament. I think it's a kind of cool concept. Let's see. Each team will continue to play 82 regular season games, including those games that are a part of the group play and the knockout rounds. 14 group play games, 2 games on each tournament night, and all 7 knockout round games will be televised nationally. The game and broadcast schedule for the in-season tournament was announced back in August. So basically, this is what it looks like. The West Group A is the Memphis Grizzlies, Phoenix Suns, LA Lakers, Utah Jazz, Portland Trail Blazers. West Group B is Denver Nuggets, the LA Clippers, the New Orleans Pelicans, Dallas Mavericks, and the Houston Rockets. East Group A is Philadelphia 76ers, Cleveland Cavaliers, Atlanta Hawks, Indiana Pacers, and Detroit Pistons. And East Group B is the Milwaukee Bucks, the New York Knicks, the Miami Heat, Washington Wizards, and Charlotte Hornets. I didn't see the Bulls on there. They left the Bulls completely out. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's weird. So they must be into something else. Because they are in there, because they lost their first tournament game, and their second one is coming up this Friday night. So that's the second tournament game. I'll definitely be watching. Last night, the Bulls lost to the Phoenix Suns in overtime, 116-115. It was a decent game from what I heard. I didn't get to see it because I was at work, but I heard it was a really good game. Bulls started the season off at a dismal 3-6. Not what you want to do. Really, I mean, this team is just really quirky right now, and they're just losing too many games. Let's put it that way. I'm not a fan of the way that Billy Donovan has this team set up. I think that he needs to stop putting Patrick Williams in at power forward. The guy is a bust. We need to try to trade him to any team that'll take him for a bag of Cheetos and maybe a Dasani water. Okay, I mean, I seriously would not keep him around. So next Friday for the Bulls is their second in-season tournament game, group stage. I was wrong, it's not tomorrow night, it's November 17th. So they will play the Orlando Magic in that one at home. So that's their last home game of the 4 games of that, not knockout, but the preliminary thing. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Bulls do play this Sunday. They will be playing. Let me get it here. They will be playing Sunday against the Detroit Pistons at home. They are off all the way till Sunday night, so they got a couple days off to lick their wounds. Standings right now for the Eastern Conference, Bulls will be number 12 on the list. I don't even want to look at the play-in tournament standings because I don't even know how that works yet, so we'll see maybe next week after that one's over. And, okay, so let's move on to the Chicago Blackhawks now. The Chicago Blackhawks, let's see what their record is. So we are looking at the Blackhawks games right now. Today they play at 6 o'clock against Tampa Bay Lightning. Hawks are also not doing great. They are 4-7 right now. It's rough to be a Chicago fan if you're a fan of Chicago sports. The only bright light right now is maybe the Cubs having a brand new manager who's really good. But other than that, there's really no bright light to anything else. Blackhawks are 4-7 in the standings. And let's see. Right now they are last place in their division. Or in their conference. Terrible. 4-7. They got 8 points. If you look at the Avalanche, they're 8-3 with 16 points. That's amazing. The Hawks don't have any overtime losses yet. They did win, I believe, an overtime game last week. So, yeah, just really hard to be a fan of any Chicago teams right now. The Hawks and, Connor Bedard is very good. I'm excited about him. But look I'm not expecting much out of the Chicago Blackhawks right now because they're in a rebuild. They just got the number 1 draft pick with Connor Bedard. He's having a decent season so far for his rookie year. I'm looking at his stats right now. As soon as they come up here, let's see. He's got this isn't bad. He's in 11 games. He's got 5 goals and 2 assists, 7 points. You can't ask much more out of a rookie than that. But we'll see what happens as the season progresses. And in a second, hang on one second, I am going to be talking about our next topic, which is going to be the NCAA standings right now, the top 25. So, Georgia is 9-0, of course, and they are number 1. Michigan is ranked number 2. That's my team. They're 9-0 also. Ohio State's also 9-0 in third place. Florida State is number 4 at 9-0. The Washington, they're 9-0 also, and number 5. Oregon comes in at number 6 at 8-1. Texas is number 7 at 8-1. Alabama Roll Tide is at 8-1 at number 8. Penn State number 9 at 8-1. Mississippi is 8-1 at number 10. Louisville is 8-1 at number 11. Oregon State is 7-2 at number 12. Utah is 7-2 at number 13. Number 14 is Tennessee, and they're 7-2. Oklahoma State is 7-2. Missouri is 7-2. And at 16, Oklahoma's number 17 at 7-2. LSU is 6-3. They're at number 18. Number 19 in the nation is Kansas at 7-2. Tulane is number 20 at 8-1. James Madison, which is funny, they're 9-0, but they are at number 21. That's how small of a school they must be. That's insane. I kind of feel bad for them in a way, though. I mean, to be 9-0 and not even top 5 or 6 ranked, that's pretty bad. Number 22 is Notre Dame. The Fighting Irish is at 22 at 7-3. Arizona 6-3 is number 23. University of North Carolina is number 24 at 7-2. And Liberty is 9-0 at number 25. Funny how football rankings go. But there's not much left in the NCAA world. I mean, there's not many games left. So, in fact, they only have, I think, a few weeks left, right? The bowls start pretty soon. There's only 14 weeks. So they only have, 4 games left. So let's see. That was week 10, was last week. Let's see the big ones this week. Today, they're going to have Virginia and number 11 Louisville. That's tonight. Saturday, you got Texas Tech and the number 19 Kansas. Number 8 Alabama Saturday will play Kentucky. My team Michigan and number 2 will play number 9 Penn State. That should be a good one. That's at 11 a.m. Tulsa number 20 Tulane on Saturday. Saturday also has Old Dominion and number 25 Liberty. Arizona at number 23 plays Colorado. Deion Sanders' team, we'll see if he can win. He really fell off after winning his first few games. Connecticut is playing the number 21 James Madison Saturday. Saturday is also number 14 Tennessee and number 16 Missouri. Utah number 13 at number 5 Washington. University of Miami, Florida is going to be taking on number 4 Florida State. And then also number 15 Oklahoma State will play UCF. Stanford is going to play the number 12 Oregon State. Number 1 Georgia plays number 10 Mississippi Saturday night. West Virginia plays number 17 Oklahoma. Number 7 Texas is at TCU Saturday night. Florida will play number 18 LSU. Michigan State will play number 3 Ohio State. Duke will play the number 24 University of North Carolina Saturday night. And USC with Caleb Williams is going to be playing number 6 Oregon. So we'll see. USC is a very big disappointment right now at 7-3, and Caleb Williams is a very big disappointment, honestly, right now too. If you look up his stats right now, it's kind of sad. I mean, he's supposed to be ranked number 1, and he's going at number 1, and I don't see that happening. Looking at his stats, I think he's going to fall off of the number 1 spot. I can guarantee that if the Bears get the number 1 spot, they're not going to take Caleb Williams, because he's not really an upgrade from even Justin Fields or Tyson Bagent. How, at his point, how he's playing right now, how would he even be an upgrade? The guy cries, to his mom when he loses. It's just really strange to me. He wants part ownership in a team. He can't even get that. I mean, there's just nothing about him that I want to see with the Chicago Bears or any team in the top 5. His stats, 2,958, 28 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, but honestly, I mean, all of his stuff is coming against good teams. He struggles against the good teams. And you need a player that does it. So, yep, that's it. I'm going to take off for the week. Hopefully everybody gets to see their team win. I will see everybody next week. Hope everybody has a great week. Go Chicago Bears tonight. Beat the Panthers. Please beat the Panthers tonight. And hopefully Justin Fields comes back next week against the Detroit Lions. That'll be a good game too. I will let everybody know how I do on my picks for the week. And also check out my TikTok. Go follow me on all the social medias and email me with good things about the show, bad things about the show, things you want to talk about. I will read them on air. I will read them good or bad. So make sure you do that. Send me an email. All that's in the right below here when you're listening to the show. You'll be able to see it in the, I think it's like a bio area about the show. In the show notes. So make sure you check that out. And I will see everybody next week. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and like my son says, don't die. I'll see everybody next week. Have a great November weekend. Peace.